Okay, first I'd like to say beautiful afternoon, almost afternoon. It's afternoon somewhere, evening rather, and nighttime, and early morning somewhere else. However, while walking through the lovely neighborhood of, what is this area considered? I'm not sure, but my city, 313, baby. I just had the remembrance of a house. I remember when I was going through a period in my life, a time psychosis, you could call it, mental psychosis, or as others like to call it, great awakening, spiritual awakening, reaching enlightenment. I was going through a change. And in this area, the house I just walked past, when I was going through this house, I remember it making a sound, like a buzzing sound. And in my mind, that time that it was significant, it was meaning to that sound. Like I was supposed to check it out. I was having the thoughts that, hey, someone's in that house. Like something's going on. At this time, I was connecting it to this case of a missing girl that fell into my viewpoint, that was on my mind. I caught myself researching and investigating on my own. Not caught myself, I was actually researching and investigating. I just didn't ever take my findings to authorities. Why? Because I ended up in the hospital. But no, seriously. So, walking past that house again, it just reminded me off top of hearing sounds and following my thoughts, my feelings, instincts rather. And it automatically reminded me of the show Manifest. Now, Manifest is a good show. I enjoyed that show. And it's years old. I just recently had started watching it, I want to say about 3 years ago. It's not like super old, but I watched it after, its original, airing date. So I'm walking past the house and I had the confirmation of Manifest. So I'm like, okay, Manifest. And the show, first I used to say, oh, that show is real, it's true. People just want to call us crazy because they can't hear the things we hear or see what we see. When I say we, the community that understands the we, you understand what I'm talking about. I'm not on gatekeep, I'm talking about the spiritually awakened, the mentally unstable, other ones will label us, the enthused, the autistic, ADHD, all of that stuff, the gifted, the chosen, all types of labels for us. People. Everyone goes through this phase. It's just some are better equipped because how they're raised. So they're already prepared to handle these things when they come. And others, like myself, that's not equipped or prepared when we get to these points in life of experiencing these things. We don't necessarily know how to handle them efficiently and properly. So we start to label it as things of what the world might say, which is incorrect to my understanding. Not speaking for all of us, but for me and my experience of it, it's life. It's life. And it don't matter where you at in it. It's a journey. It's part of the journey. And it comes at different stages. I don't even like to say age, because if numbers and titles didn't exist, such as age and things, it would just be a stage of life. As when our body reaches certain levels, when our brain develops to certain stages or experience certain experiences, whether it be joy or trauma, those are things that offset and onset our experiences from these diagnoses of bipolar, schizophrenic, again, the ADHD, the psychosis, all of that stuff. It's all connected and it's all life. So I was like, Manifest in the show. At first, as I was saying originally, I used to say, oh, that's the show. That means everything. Da, da, da. It's truth. It be like that. Then as I'm walking past that house and remembering how I was feeling, and I was following clues everywhere. Now, some stuff I did find But what I found the most, reflecting back, was joy, was excitement. Like, I don't know if anyone ever saw the show with Andre 3000 and the other guy, I forget his name. He's a great actor. It's called All Things Someplace Else, or Some Things Elsewhere, something like that. I'm not even sure if it's on Netflix anymore. But that show threw me for such a loop the whole time. It was about him. Like, he was chasing himself. He was chasing something, remembering who he was. He was going through a moment. He lost his job. And towards the end, like the last episode, it was reflecting on his childhood, the things that hurt him and what got him to that point. And how it all originally started is he saw a flyer. He was just walking. I'm feeling depressed, basically. If you read body language and everything, he was feeling depressed, down, all of those things of sort. And he was just walking, and it was this flyer that popped at him. It said something like, "Are you ready to change your life? Want to go on an adventure? Call this number." Some things like that, right? So he took it and did it. Boom. That's like the clues. I take that looking back now as, we searching for something. So what you're searching for, you're going to find, basically. Manifest your thoughts. If you think it and speak it enough, it becomes life, your reality. Manifest. So that's what they was doing in the show. It was all their thoughts they were following. They were thinking, speaking all these things, correct? So I'm walking past the house, and I remember I was following the buzzing sounds, and in the show, the main girl, what was her name? The sister, and she had all her love triangle drama. But they were following, the sounds they hear, the visions or tinglings they got and stuff like that. And that's just reminders. And mind you, the brother died. The little brother died, and the mom died too, right? Or was it the dad that died? However, in the plane, because they got on the plane, they woke up, and it all came back. To me, that's symbolizing people holding on to grief, not letting go, not moving forward, and having the chance to reflect, to, recount their steps, to see what they did, what they can do better, how to change, things of that such. So it's reminding me to say it all, because I will yap, I will ramble. It always gets there, though, the destination. There is no, not to offend anyone, to me, my belief, my experience, there is no mental psychosis, so to say. Like, no labels of bipolar, schizophrenic, depression. I don't like to attach labels. And then that's crazy, because as I'm talking, if you could see up there, look. Where'd it go? Where is that? Which way am I? Where is that? Bro. I don't see that airplane. Which way? Boom, there it go. Did I catch it? However, whichever, if you saw it or not, it was an airplane passing by. Manifest. It's about airplane. I like that airplane. So the labels, once we label ourselves, it becomes that. Then we start to take the identity of the traits which connects to those labels. And I feel like that's how people stay more in a box, because they're labeling themselves these things. And that's just my personal belief, to stay away from like medicines and things, because that adds on to stuff. And then people will get on these medicines and feel that, it's helping them, but really it's just suppressing the feeling for a moment. And that's why a lot of people, when they start feeling good, they stop taking it. And then, once they stop taking it, now they're experiencing, withdrawals and these symptoms, and they think that they're going through something. They think they're having episodes or which not, or really it's their body, coming off of what they had. And especially if they stop it cold turkey, like trying to get themselves off of it, their body's gonna reject certain feelings. That's like when a person, drug addicts and stuff, when they're withdrawn, they go through withdrawal symptoms. That's the same with anything, that your body, if it's been used to something, you're gonna have symptoms. So as having a close family member that, takes medicine and does these things, and I see them, how they feel like they're going through something and they need their medicine, when they stop taking it and then they start, to feel these things again. The greatest medicine, by experience, is prayer. It is faith and doing the works with the faith. That means when you feeling low, when you feeling like those thoughts that's overloading and powering you, the manifesting thoughts leading you to go try to find somebody lost baby that you think is in the next block over in the attic or something. I pray that happen. Things like that happen, and that's a whole nother topic I'm not about to get into. However, you must pray and get through it and remind yourself that you are capable. You are in control of your feelings and thoughts. It is you that's feeling it and thinking it. So work on ways to acknowledge those things and, work through them. Breathing, yes, that definitely works. That's just not cliche. It works. What I've found more helpful even is breathing through the nose slowly. But I'm going to stay on topic. This is a whole epiphany coming around full circle for me. Life is life. Life is beautiful. Life being beautiful doesn't mean physical. It doesn't mean everything is always going to look good. It doesn't mean everything is always going to feel good. It means acceptance. It means gratitude. It means knowing that life is still continuing, that there's growth in all things. We grow the most in our pain, in our trauma. For it takes darkness to grow things. It takes darkness. Things are housed in darkness. Our first home is in darkness, in a womb, buried. And then we come to light. There will be light. You must accept it. Plants, they're planted in dirt, in the soil, deep in the ground, darkness, in their water. We water ourselves. When we cry, especially when we release and accept things when we cry, we are watering ourselves. We're watering ourselves. We're nourishing ourselves. Like I had a poem on it. It nourished the soul in the soil. Tears are a form of so much. My video, okay, it's at 12 minutes. I didn't even have a set time limit, but it's been going, and I'm going off topic, but I'm always going to get to the destination. Stay with me. We're going to pull up that cousin in their house, spin the block, all that. But we're going to get back to the destination. Hit the Michigan UE, and we're going to get there. So, just don't get too down on yourself. And yes, my opinion, if you label yourself, if you believe you're diagnosed, get through it. Still seek Most High. Most High above all things. Most High, God Almighty. Okay? I am that I am. The I that's in you, the I and I. Understand me? Don't think that anything is out of your control, because it's not. What you give control over you will have control over you. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm this, I'm that, I can't, I won't, I don't, the manifesting is going to come there. So to the show, to finish that off, manifest. They were thinking them things and lingering on them. They were increasing the thoughts. They were giving those thoughts energy. So they became. And the show, of course, is action. It's entertainment. It's going to be put in like, oh, that really happened. Explosions, house fires, people shooting, shootouts in the church, children being missing, kidnapped. It's all in here. They're feeling it. They're thinking it. And then at the end, what does she have to do? Let go. Because the man she fell in love with, married, he died again eventually. She had to let him go. It was his time to go because he was already dead. And they were holding on to memories, holding on to pain, holding on to the past and not accepting where they are now. Whole thing. So with that, you had pain in your past. If you were hurt, if you hurt someone, if you're still hurt, continue to pray through it. Seek higher. That means seek, what you want. Rise higher. What is it? High vibrations. Don't be low vibrational. Sometimes you might vibrate low. You still vibrating. That's the thing. You're still going. You're still alive. You're still feeling. So don't think that just because you're feeling down that you are unworthy or you are less than. At the mental health convention seminar that I was at yesterday, and it was so spontaneous. I didn't even know it was happening. I was going to sit down and eat, and boom, there's an event that was just so on spot. And the speakers from the mayor was supposed to be there. She didn't show up, so shout out to her, Miss Sheffield. It was the police chiefs, 2 other brothers, like that's with mental health and advocates for things. They were there, and of course, Brother Man, Skilla Baby was there, and the sister girls, I forgot their name, but one speaker, I enjoyed like her commentary and the things she shared. So shout out to all of them, because the seminar was just so spot on. Then there was a sister girl I sat with, I don't know her name, but her testimony even was great. And one of the main things she said is how people often say we're okay when we're actually hurting. If someone asks, how you feeling today? And knowing inside you want to break down, shrivel up into a ball and disappear, you force a smile and say, I am okay. That doesn't help. And then another woman that was like part of, I guess, the director of the seminar, she stood up and was like, we're going to make this joyful, no sad and gloomy. That kind of, it didn't offend me, but it kind of made me like, that's one of the main problems with mental health in the community is people, shun it and hide and how they truly feel because they don't want to seem like that dark, gloomy one, mood killer, negative person. That's why you have to be aware. People push all of this negativity and stuff down like, oh, you negative, when really it's truth. It's just how people feel. Because them same people that say you're negative or you're always complaining, once they walk away from you, in their head they're complaining. In their head they're having negative thoughts. Or they go talk to someone about you in a negative way, which is negative, right? So one of the main things actually is having a safe space to comfortably express how you're truly feeling without masking as a happy smile or a forced smile. Because that's what's stopping a lot of people, hiding behind, smiles when really it's trauma that they want to release and talk about. But then there's this big thing of, I don't trust anyone, the community, this and that. Just talk. No one can really do anything to you but tell your business. And that's on them for their negative way of gossiping. That's on them. That's their own life path, karma, whichever. But don't withhold. If you feel like talking, if you need to express, do it. And don't think so much on it afterwards. Like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. If someone that you trusted to confide in with your personal matters decide to tell your business or speak on you in a harsh way, again, that's going to come back to them. Not speaking it on anyone, things do come back. That is truth in life. What you put out is what you get. So just everyone, whether it's therapy, counseling, family, whoever, whether you just pray out loud, write in your journal, express it, and don't keep trying to force and hold things in because your friend group or others around are chippery and happy. 9 times out of 10, them same ones smiling, going through stuff too, and they want to express it, but they're trying to be the happy face. So it's just a bunch of people faking together. And me, I don't do it. And the people that don't do it that often, it stings. My bus is coming, I'm about to go. So remember, it's okay to not be okay. And take the labels off of you. Like, okay, full circle for me. I'm not chasing no more mysteries. I do pray that everyone that is going through anything gets through it. If there is actual missing people hidden in houses, buildings, or hurting, that they be found and blessed, and whatever happens unfortunate, may Most High cover their families, get them through their grief so they don't hold on to it and send themselves through things. If they do, may they get through it. And all praises be to everyone with much love, light, and gratitude. So be it. Blessed day, y'all.